What's up, everyone? I'm LazyCatLady, and today I'm going to be playing a deck that I actually talked about in my Murders at Karlov Manor set review. It's based on, the Samwise Gamgee combo, but we're also playing Delny Streetwise Lookout. So Delny makes all of your creatures with power 2 or less. It doubles it makes their triggers trigger an additional time. So any creature entering the battlefield will make 2 foods with Sam. Skyclave Apparition gets 2 triggers, which is pretty sweet. Bowmasters gets 2 triggers. Gilded Goose makes 2 foods. Cauldron Familiar gets 2 drains. Delny really, I think, ups the explosivity and power level of this combo deck. And for those that don't know the combo, Samwise plus creature sacrifice outlet like Bartolome or Viscera Seer. You can just loop Cauldron Familiar, sacrifice it, return it with the food. Samwise triggers gets you another food, and you can just drain your opponent out. It even gets through the One Ring because Cauldron Familiar doesn't target. So that's the combo. So we're running 3 sack outlets, 1 Viscera Seer, 2 Bartolome, and 3 Cauldron Familiar, and the 4 Sams. The combo doesn't always come together, but the deck has a lot of grind to it. I'm only playing 2 copies of Urza's Saga because the mana's a little more color intensive, but it's still nice to have. Sam can buy back Urza's Saga, Delny, Peregrine Took. There's a lot of nice targets that Sam can buy back in this deck. So that's kind of the main deck. We've got Court of Calling and Collected Company to get together our, 3 drops and assemble the combo. For the sideboard, I've got some Urza Saga targets. Well, I guess it's just 1 Pithing Needle. It's nice to have a couple Saga targets in the main deck since we do play 2 Sagas. Also got another Haywire Mite for dealing with the One Ring. And then there's some pretty typical stuff like Lauren for Artifact Enchantment Hate, but you get 2 triggers because of Delny. So, some more nice synergies there. And then you've got the Battle of Bywater, which I'm kind of testing out, mainly against rhinos. All of our main deck creatures are 2 power or less, so Battle of Bywater just destroys all your opponent's creatures basically, and none of yours, and makes you a bunch of foods. So I think that should be a fun card to try out against some cards in the meta. It also is a nice removal spell for DRC and Murktide. So that's kind of the gist of the deck. I've tested with it a little bit. It's pretty fun. Delny is very explosive and very fun to play with. But I'm not sure, what the level of power is quite with the deck. But yeah, I'm really excited to play some with this. Let's go ahead and jump into a league. Okay, match 1 with Streetwise Sam, winning the die roll. Let's see what we got. We got Delny, but otherwise just a bunch of lands, not too much going on in this hand. I think I'll mulligan that. There are definitely better hands. Okay, this is much better. We got Collected Company. We got Court of Calling and Cauldron Familiar. I think here the Familiar is the easiest bottom. So let's go ahead and keep bottom the Familiar. Alright. We play 1 Triome, so I could fetch, and probably will fetch, Triome turn 1. And then Innkeeper will give us a turn 3 Collected Company with the treasure token, as long as we can resolve it, of course. Let's see what our opponent's up to. Alright, Urza's Saga. Let's see what they've got. Could be Titan. If it is Titan, I'm very glad for the fast start. Alrighty. Ooh, we got a Saga. I want to be able to make constructs, because I still don't know what we're up against. So here I will shock Innkeeper, and then next turn we can play the Saga Collected Company, and then the turn after we can make constructs if we want. I think that'll be my game plan. Yep, okay. Mikasynth Gardens, definitely looking at Titan here. So next turn, they're probably going to do some gross stuff, which is upsetting, but we do have Collected Company. Let's see if Collected Company is enough. We got a Delny in hand. Maybe copy Amulet, 4 mana. I mean, they could they Titan this turn? They would have to have a pretty specific hand, but they can definitely do some damage. I think if they go copy Amulet, play Bounce Land, play Dryad. Okay. Expedition map. Okay, so maybe they don't have the Bounce Land. This is good news for us because we get to Collected Company. See what we hit. Alright, got some good... Ooh, okay. We can get Sam Delny, but we already have a Delny in hand. Oh, I have Chord. If I get Sam Seer, can I just Chord for Cauldron Familiar? Probably. Alright. Alright, any order, bunch of triggers, and here's another Prosperous Innkeeper. With Delny also doubles the life gain triggers, which is pretty cool. Make a food, untap. Okay. Yeah, we just have the win here. I don't think they'll have interaction, so let's Chord. We want to Chord for 1. Oh wait. Whoops, click too many things. That's Chord for 1. Done. I don't know if they'll concede here, but we got the combo. Cauldron Familiar. Let's drain you for 1. Gain a life. Make a food. Sack Cauldron Familiar. Alright. Okay, alright. They know the combo. Phew. That's good, because I think Titan can probably be a tough matchup for us. Alright, playing against Titan. We're going to bring in our Lorens to deal with Urza's Sagas and Amulets. I guess Battle of Bywater kills their big creatures. Might want the extra Beseiju. Probably want the extra Haywire Might. Alright, let's cut a land for the Beseiju. We do play 22 lands, so I think that's okay. I think our combo is really good against them. So let's do that. Now what else do I want to cut? I think if we're bringing in the Battle of Bywaters, we probably want to cut one of our Chords or Collected Companies. Let's cut a Halfling. Maybe cut a company. I think Skyclave app doesn't really... I mean, it does hit some stuff against them, so maybe I'll keep it. Maybe we'll just bring in 1 battle. If we're only bringing in 1 battle, I'm going to keep in the 4 Collected Companies. Alright, let's try this. Maybe we can combo again. I haven't even comboed yet in my testing games. That was the first time I've done the combo, and I didn't even have to click through it. So, count that as a win. But yeah, well, you didn't get to see Delny that game, but Delny on that battlefield would have been pretty sweet. Okay, got Bowmasters. Okay, we got Haywire Might. So I think we can slow them down in the early game. Okay, they got a Grazer. Ooh, Old Border Grazer. Love to see it. Alright, they got Urza's Saga. So took. Let's, I don't mind drawing another land. Let's play Goose next turn. We're definitely going to be, Haywire might get rid of that Saga. Because if Saga's their only access to Amulet, we can get rid of a land, cut them off from Amulet. All right, opponent. Oh, well, they've got to have another land, right? Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay. Well, you're going to have to say goodbye to your Saga. So, let's go fetch shock. Let's get an Overgrown Tomb. Make sure we have all our mana. I might also play the Halfling. But then I have to give up the food. I'm not sure if I care or not. Let's do that. I guess in case I draw Sam next turn, I guess I'll hold the Halfling. I'm kind of waffling. I'm not sure what the right answer is with this. I'm not super experienced with the deck. I think having Chord in hand, like I can just tap the Goose for mana to cast Chord. So I've got Bowmasters to hold up next turn if they want to play a One Ring. Okay. Oh, what? Fire Spout. 3 damage to each creature without flying, with flying. Okay. I haven't seen that card in a very, very long time. Yeah, let's just go ahead and hold up Bowmasters. Playing Goose doesn't seem really strong here. And if they do have 4th land into the One Ring, I wanna be able to get that pressure on them with the Bowmaster. Get some extra triggers. Okay, they got another Saga. Okay, we got, if we want to Chord, we can Chord for 3. We've got Took, we could Took, we can't Took plus Chord. Oh, yes, wait, no, we can't. I mean, we can Took plus Goose, which is pretty good, I think. Let's just do that. Not sure exactly what they have in store for me next turn, but they don't have access to, hopefully I don't have another Fire Spout. It's a sorcery, okay. That is good to know. That would be kind of wild if that was an instant. I can just make a Construct. Not too worried about Construct. Next turn I can Chord for probably... Okay, Growth Chamber. The hard part here for me is knowing what to Chord for. Ooh, Delny. Can I Chord for Sam plus cast Delny? Yes, I can. Is that what I want to do? Let me view my sideboard. I can't remember what I cut. I brought in... Oh, I brought in Lauren. Interesting. So I could play Delny, Chord for Lauren, I don't actually have two things to destroy. Or I can chord for Sam, play Delny. This is a tough position here. I don't want them to get access to... Oh boy. Can they cast Titan next turn anyway? They can, but... Oh, I can just wait for them to make a construct in their end step and get both of them. I'll set a stop in their upkeep just in case they don't make a construct here, but I don't see why they wouldn't. Alright, let's go ahead and chord. Chord for 3. Grab a Lauren. Two triggers. Delny is so sweet. I'm like so happy about this card and what it does. Also, like its other ability I didn't even really pay attention to during spoiler season, but against some decks it just makes your entire team unblockable. Alright, how much power do I have here? 2, 4, 6, 8. I got 8 power there to pseudo 9. Okay, we gotta back up Lauren. Let's go to combat first. I would like to get in with my creatures and then make decisions. Because I might want to draw with Lauren. Next turn they can Titan me. I guess I could just pass turn though. I don't necessarily want them getting this extra card. And I can make a food with Goose and then draw a card with Took. Alright. Okay. Do you have the Titan? Show me the Titan. Alright, there's Titan. Let's see what lands they get. I mean, they're at 9. Titan can't block, and I have 8 power. Oh, but I'm going to draw with Lauren. I think they're just dead. I don't think it matters what they get here. I'll draw on my end step, Bowmaster, ping, make this a 2/2, and then I'll have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I'll have 9 unblockable power. Not sure why you get Crumbling Vestige. Okay. Cool. You're so dead. Triggers. Oh, and I get 2 triggers. Oh my god, I drew Collected Company. That was... Wow, okay. Before I started this league, I hadn't evaluated what the Titan matchup would look like. That was really fun. Alright, well, I'm not sure there were many notes for that, but you got to see Delny do its thing. Double Bowmaster's trigger, double Lauren triggers. What a sweet card. Unblockable team, you know. That was awesome. Alright, let's just go on to the next match. Let's ride this high. Okay. Won the die roll again for match 2. We only have 1 land, but we do have Goose plus Halfling. I shouldn't keep this hand, but I'm going to, because if we draw a land, this hand could really be quite strong. Let's get the Temple Garden. We got the Sams in hand. Let's lead on the Halfling. Alright, what you got? Removal? Alright, they got the Gal Blast. Do we draw a land? No, we don't. So, unfortunately, I'm probably going to get punished for this, but we'll see if it pans out. Saga, okay. Okay, could be Inti. Ragavan. Well, I'm not blocking. Please don't steal our land, Ragavan. I can't believe I'm saying this. Usually I don't want you to steal the nice spells. Okay, alright. Takes the third Samwise. Oh no. Okay, whew. Thought they were gonna have another bolt or something. Alright, well, probably we'll end up... I really want to be able to cast Sam, but probably we're gonna need to cast Bowmasters. They already got 3 card types. So... Oh, I could have Bowmastered in response. That's unfortunate. That's on me. Yeah, I think Bowmasters just has to be correct. Get this DRC off the table. Now I got some nice blockers for the Ragavan. I definitely should have just Bowmastered in response to the bauble. So that's a misplay. Could have gotten an extra damage in there, but that's okay. They might just be making a construct here. Be a 1/1. We got Ragavan in hand, 4 unknowns. Okay, looks like construct is the game plan. Oof, still no land. Can we chord? We cannot chord yet. So let's just cast Halfling. And I guess I could offer the trade since they're both 1/1s, but I might want to block Ragavan with the Orc. Yeah, let's just pass the turn. Next turn I've got Halfling mana, and I could theoretically chord for 2. Okay, they got green. Oh, I didn't even notice the Asmo in the bin. Okay, so they could get Cookbook here. So my creatures could be in trouble. Next turn, if I hit land, I could go Sam plus chord for 3. That would be really strong. Dang, are they about to have Oval Chase into Asmo? Okay, no, they discard the Ragavan we know about. Maybe looking for... Okay, they got the Asmo. So they're going to be able to get something off the battlefield here. Got another Cookbook. Is that what they're discarding? Alright, they discard the Cookbook, they search up. I could take this hit for 5, or I could chump block. I won't chump block because of the play I talked about earlier with being able to chord for 3. If I chump, I won't be able to chord. Dang. Alright, they Gal Blast the Halfling. It's not going to work out for us now, and we won't be able to accompany either for a while. Alright, well, majorly punished for for keeping this hand. All I've got is the Witch's Oven. But now I can just sack whatever they target with their Asmo activation. This turn I'll probably be chump blocking the construct. Okay. Ooh, Shadow Spear, very good draw for them. I guess maybe I won't be. Okay, well, no lands in hand. Yep, let's chump. Sack, make a food. Take 3, go to 7. I mean, we're probably losing this game, but, you know, I'll play to my outs. I'm not sure what my outs are. That, them killing the goose is understanding the matchup. Okay, I could shot go to 5. Then do I play Sam? Yeah. And then I have to chump block Construct. I mean, I think that's my only play. Do this. I got 2 cards in hand though, so I could very well be dead here. Alright, that's the 4th cookbook. Okay. Oh, they have trample. Oh, I forgot about trample. Well, I think we were probably just dead here, but that's okay. Bad keep, right? Because I have to put all 3 toughness in front of this. Yeah, we're just dead. I'll let him go to combat though. Yeah, all right. We're dead. Kept a bad hand. Which I literally said I did on purpose. Okay, Asmo deck. Okay, probably want the Lawrence. That gets Saga plus Cookbook. Might is going to be good. Probably will want to name Asmo at some point. That's one of their best cards because I'm a creature deck. Sanctifier kind of shuts off our combo, but is protected from almost all their stuff. So let's definitely trim on the combo. Let's go down a familiar and one of the sack outlets. And do I want to bring in the Grist? Grist could be good. Skyclave. Okay, Skyclave can hit Asmo, so that's at least good. Cut a halfling. Honestly, yeah, let's cut Innkeeper, cut a Delny. Let's see, do I want to, maybe I don't want the Pithing Needle. I think I do. Let's cut a cord. And then it's whether or not I want Grist. I think Grist is better than one of the sack outlets. So let's run it back like this. Try to be a little grindy, a little more interactive with their hands. This looks great. Keep. We got Lauren, we got Delny, we got Sanctifier, we got Collected Company, plus Ramp. Things are looking good. Probably I'll just get down Sanctifier on turn 2, especially if they play a Ragavan. If they don't play a Ragavan, I may be tempted to get Delny down first. So let's see what they do. Okay, DRC. I'm not as afraid of DRC. Even if I get hit once. And they can't quite turn on an Asmo removal next turn, so I think it's pretty safe to go for Delny, because then even we can, they draw, we got Court of Calling. I do kind of unfortunately here just have to get another Temple Garden. I would much rather get a black source for future stuff, but we will get the Delny in play. All right, now we're set up for Lauren for some nasty stuff, or Sanctifier, shut down DRC. I think this should be a much better hand for us. Okay, opponent. I'm glad we're getting to see Delny pretty much every one of these games, though. See if they shuffle. All right, they shuffle away. Oh, so they're Jund. Okay. Jund Asmo. Food v food, but the decks look very different. I mean, I would still imagine that this is a Inti deck. Okay. There's the Inti. Hit me for 2. So yeah, Lauren won't be a good play next turn, so I'm just going to go for the Sanctifier. Urza's Saga. Alright, well they missed the Saga. This is going to be funny. I think I get 2 Sanctifier Graveyard Exile triggers, which really doesn't matter. Another Lauren. Yeah, we're just going to play the Sanctifier. Okay, get that Oval Chase out of there. Okay. I will need to find a way to get this Inti off the board. Next turn I can Chord for 2. I don't have removal at 2. But the Sanctifier will slow them down, and we can find out what to do, you know. Definitely the Trample's unfortunate, though. I mean, they can attack with, you know, whoever they want. Although I guess this specific turn I can block with Sanctifier plus Halfling. And they can, you know, I'll trade Halfling for Inti or a 3/3 Channeler any day. Alright. I'm guessing they'll take Chord. That's my initial guess. You know, double Lauren, I don't think you take either of those. And I can't cast Company at the moment. I guess they might be more scared of Company than of Chord. Okay. I think that's probably, you know, correct. Chord for 2. Street Wraith. Or would they exile Breakout? They can cast Breakout. Ooh, okay, they're playing new cards too. Nice. I've seen people in my Discord talk about Breakout. So that's what they're casting. Cool with DRC too. They could hit Asmo here. Okay, they've been a Cookbook. Haywire Might. Okay. It's interesting. I usually play Sultai Time Civ, so Haywire Might is much scarier against that deck. Ooh, but we hit the land. Now we can Chord for 3 and get Skyclave. Wait, did I board out Skyclave? I sure hope not. No, we got Skyclave. Do I want to Chord now? Yeah, is there a reason to Chord now? Oh, they could discard cards on their turn. We got Delny. Green. X is 3. Let's get 2 Skyclave triggers. Right, I think that's the best option. Let's just look it over. Yeah. Let's get rid of your Inti. Honestly, Oh, okay. They're just gonna scoop. All right. Sideboard. Okay. We know they're an Inti deck. Should I change anything? I think this is a pretty good construction. Let's just run it back. Alright, we are on the back foot now. Ooh, okay. Got Sanctifier, but it's not necessarily castable. But we got Goose. We can needle a cookbook. We got Bowmasters. I think it's enough for a keep. I will probably fetch White Source first, play Goose, just in case we top deck another White Source, so I can turn to the Sanctifier. Alright, opponent went to 6. Cycles the Wraith. You got to turn 1 Asmo. That could be kind of scary. Okay, probably no DRC then, since they bobble. Interesting. Well, this tells me they probably just have removal. Haywire Might. I really don't want my Goose to get killed, but also if they play Saga next turn, I want to be able to have Haywire Might hidden information. So Goose can die. We'll hopefully draw a White Source eventually. See the Gal Blast. There it is. Alright. So next turn we got Bowmasters, we got Phyrexian Revoker, we got a lot of nice options. If we top deck a white... Oh, there's the Saga. Alright. They might get Inti down, which is kind of scary. Alright, there's the Inti, but I think I do need to just get that Saga off the battlefield. Alright, let's do that. Slow you down a little bit, and I will have to find interaction for this Inti. Now the nice thing is that if they bobble here, we are in a bit of a bind here. This is kind of scary. We don't have the second White Source. We can either Samwise or Bowmasters. I think we just gotta Samwise and hope we get another White Source. You know, I mean, aggro deck's definitely good against, you know, bit of a slower deck Samwise combo. I'm gonna have to take 7. See what they pitch. Pitch an Inti. Dang. Alright, they got Thoughtseize. So unless they really want a construct, they're probably going to take Sanctifier. Go to 14. Troubling. Troubling, I say. Well, yeah, unfortunately the hand didn't really pan out. Might have been something to mulligan, but it can be hard to mulligan against aggro. Alright, well they're not making a construct. But next turn they can give Inti Trample. Courting for 1, does that help me? Probably not. I definitely don't want to shock. I can just hold up Bowmasters, probably. If they give Inti Trample, they have 8 coming through. Yeah. And then I have to chump with Samwise. think I just gotta pass the turn. I might end up needing to crack a food token instead of casting this Bowmasters, unfortunately. Okay. Okay, very bad news for me is that they are not they're not making a construct. That would have been very helpful. Okay, now we're probably just dead. Because that's 5 in the air. I chump block with Sam. I'm still taking 7, right? Oh, they're not even getting in with Inti. Okay, no, they are getting in with Inti. So if I crack food, well, let's see what they discard and where they put this counter. Okay, they discard another Inti. I put in the counter on Inti. Okay, so now let's do the math. We've definitely taken 5 in the air. I can put Bowmasters in play and put 4 power in front of Inti. Crack food, go to 10, take 9, dead to bolt. I mean, I think is it best to give up? I mean, I guess if I don't block, am I dead to bolt anyway? If I Bowmasters, ping Inti, block with Sam and token, take 6, go to 1. I think I'm dead to bolt anyway. Okay, ping Inti. I need to get this Inti off the battlefield. Block, block, take 6, go to 1. That's what I got. Opponent at a staggering 19. Okay, Besage You. Okay, we could Besage You the Shadow Spear. Then it's a 4/4. Can we chord for... We could chord for Goose. Chump. But we're still taking 3. If I Besage You... I guess I could chord for 2. Does chording for 2 help? Probably not, but I think that's the only thing I can do. Because if I Besage You, it's a 4/4, and then I only have 1 mana left, and I can't do anything. So let's just... I don't know. I'm just going to chord for 2. Let's see what happens. I can't remember all my chord targets, so... I could get a Bowmasters. Yeah. No, I think I'm just dead here. Unfortunately. Yep. Alright. GG, opponent. Alright. Pretty quick loss to aggro. Yeah, I shouldn't have kept the 1-lander. I mean, what can I say? I'm a sucker for keeping 1-landers when everything else just looks like it'll pan out. But otherwise, we got 1 game win. We got to see Delny do some fun stuff. That third game hand just wasn't what we wanted. But yeah, let's go on to the next one. Okay, match 3 won the die roll, 3rd time in a row. Okay, Sam, Cauldron Familiar, Collected Company. I mean, it's not the worst hand. It's a little bit slow. Good if we draw more stuff, bad if we draw more lands. I think it's okay. I'll keep it, you know. I'm testing the deck out. Sometimes you gotta Gotta see what a hand feels like, even if it looks a little bit weird. Honestly, I could save the familiar to get a Sam trigger, but if there are a Ragavan deck, I would rather have the familiar in play. Plus, I'm LazyCatLady, and I'm finally getting to play a deck with cats in it, so that's fortuitous. Okay. Breeding pool for the opponent. Okay. Could be rhinos. I mean, could be pretty much anything. Let's play the basic here. Let's get in, and then I'll cast the Sam. Definitely a game where I'm gonna not fetch Triome and leave it in the deck. So if we draw it later, we can cycle it. Okay, next turn we got nothing to do unless we draw something. But the turn after we can Coco, so. The one unfortunate thing about playing all these 2-powered creatures is Stern Scolding is really good against this deck. Let's see, what do we got? Living End, Rhinos. Could be so many things. Okay, it is, I mean, probably Living End. Definitely Living End. Okay, well, we got some decent stuff for the sideboard. Not too much main deck against Living End. Hopefully I draw some kind of sack outlet or something would be good. No main deck graveyard hate. I guess we could just draw Viscerous here, but... Oh, now this is interesting. Honestly, yeah, here I'm just going to cast the Sam. Legend Rule, get a food trigger. Get in for 3, put you to 11. This way we'll get the Sam back when they Living End. And they could Living End next turn, so just got to do it now. Now, I mean, you know, now I get to hold up Collected Company. If they do want to, you know, like Violent Outburst on this upcoming turn, I am going to be able to do some nice stuff, probably. And I'll have a Sam in play. I'll get that back, so... I mean, things aren't looking awful. I think we're a little bit behind right now. Especially Street Wraith is unblockable, so... They got some good power in play. Oh, another Street Wraith. I mean, they're pretty low on life, though, so getting Sam back and then getting at least one familiar trigger. If they have to fetch here, they're already at a, you know, basically at 7, and then I have Collected Company. So, aw, dang, they grief me. Oof. Well, I'm just gonna fetch now then. I will get the other Overgrown Tomb since we got all these Temple Gardens. Dang, they really, okay, they pitch Architects of Will. Architects of Will. All right, no. Dang. Well, I mean, at least, you know, when they reanimate this grief, they're not going to get another card. But, oof. Although, I guess they could Violent Outburst in my draw step. But dang, that was the saving grace of this hand. And now they have quite a formidable battlefield. Do they just have lethal? 6, 9, 14... They got 17 power in the graveyard right now. I get 1 drain, so I mean, I'm not dead, but I am if I shock Temple Garden, so I might not be able to shock. Interesting, and they just outburst now. Okay. Now, to me, that doesn't really make sense, because I think you should just violent outburst in my draw step. That's very goofy to me. Maybe my opponent was thinking, you know, getting this Architects of Will trigger so that I don't draw anything good, but like if you Thoughtseize me in my draw step and then you set me up for the next 3 turns to not draw anything good. Alright, so I do get to at least bring back the Cauldron Familiar. Now, in case we top deck like a Delny, I mean, I doubt they would leave a Delny on the top of our library, so I don't think it's possible, but I'm definitely not attacking with Cauldron Familiar, so I'll just leave it in the graveyard. I can block Generous Ent, take 3, 6, 9, 12 next turn. Go to 13, or sorry, go to 7 with the Cauldron Familiar drain. Alright. They got to see the top 3 of our library. Forest. Alright, so we will play you. You'll do the turn. So we can chump Generous Ent. Like I said, take the 12, drain them to 8, and then Familiar will get us another food, so we can do that again next turn, and then I might have to block with the Sam. We'll find out. Probably dead this game, but I'll play to my outs. I guess my outs are just drawing a Sacrifice Outlet next turn and just comboing, or you know, any Collected Company would do it. Well, not necessarily. Sorry, Court of Calling would do it. Collected Company could theoretically do it. Okay, get in with everybody. All right, let's get this Cauldron Familiar back. Chump Generous Ent. Okay, opponent, what you got? Okay. You're at 7. So if I go to 8 and chump again, 8 doesn't let me survive. If I block Architects of Will, that still doesn't let me survive. So I might have to like sack the food that I get off the Cauldron Familiar trigger. Although they attacked with everybody, so I can... Oh, but I probably have to leave Sam back to block. That's right. Oh. Well, I guess they could have like a counterspell of some sort, but if not, this is GG. If we pull this off, this will be wild. Oh my goodness. I guess they could like Violent Outburst in response here. Oh, but I have a Sam in the graveyard, so no, they can't Violent Outburst in response. Okay. I mean, if they don't have anything, this is lethal. Wow, no way did we just top deck the combo. That's why it's in the deck, I guess. I have no clue. Okay, I have no clue what their interaction points here are, apart from the violent outburst. But because I have the extra food token, I'm not even sure if outburst does it. Okay. Make sure to make our second food before doing anything, just in case. Want to have all our stuff in play before we make any decisions. Okay. Oh, it's funny. The special character does not translate on Bartolome. All right, no interaction. Wow. Phew. That was wild. I can't believe we won that one. All right, Living End. What do we want against you, Living End? We want endurance. Ooh, we get to play Battle of Bywater. Okay, let's see. This is another matchup. All their creatures are 3 or greater. We want a Sanctifier that does exile some of their stuff, and then we're gonna want the Dranith Magistrates to shut down Cascade. Is there anything else I care about? I feel like, you know, they could have Leyline. I don't think Leyline really impacts us that much. I guess we could... Grist is another sacrifice outlet for creatures, so maybe that's kind of nice. Okay. What do we want to cut? Witch's Oven is good. Let's cut a halfling. Let's cut... like Prosperous Innkeeper. Feel like we probably don't need Took. We have a lot of stuff coming in. Gotta cut some stuff. I mean, maybe I shave a little bit on the combo. But Cauldron Familiar is pretty strong, I think, in this matchup. So... jeez. Skyclave's weird. Maybe we cut Skyclave, cut a Delny, cut a Coco, cut an extra halfling. Oh, we're still at 61. Cut a Cord. Let's try that. This is not a matchup I've played before with this deck. Okay, we got a sack outlet, which is kind of nice. But we don't have any hate pieces. I'm gonna mulligan because we have a lot of hate pieces. Okay, we got endurance. I'll keep this. We're very far away from... let's just bottom second Delny. We don't need 2 copies of that. Sheriff-Seer. Cool. I'm gonna hold off on anything. I'd rather take an extra look at drawing a land here since we have all these 3 drops. I don't mind Fetch Shocking, I don't think. Wow, I can't believe we won that game one. That was... I mean, we did have, you know, maybe like a quarter of our deck was possible top decks that would have let us win in that scenario, but still, I think it's unlikely. Even Bowmaster isn't bad against them because with their cycles, you know. So I think we have a lot of good cards against them. I think I'll just yield through the turn. I want to draw a 3rd land if possible. Another Collected Company. Well... do I want to take a another possible look at a land. I'll probably just fetch Triumph on the end of their turn. I get to cast Endurance, but I don't think... Well, I guess Living End's a little bit slower. They're not necessarily casting Living End this upcoming turn. I'll definitely just be pitching one of these collected companies to cast Endurance. Okay. Well, I think I want to do something, so let's get the Triumph. Probably we'll cast Vishra Seer. Since it can sack itself. Oh, well, now we have Bowmasters. Bowmasters is nice because it can ping itself. And then you get another trigger. So we'll just pass. Well, I guess you don't really get the extra trigger since you use it to kill itself, but either way, we will get to reanimate an Endurance plus a Bowmasters whenever they actually go for something. Stripe... Oh, I should have responded to that. That was my bad. Too quick on the clicks. Now, do I Bowmasters end a turn? I think I do, and then I can play Vishra Seer. I definitely... My opponent's probably like, what the heck? Alright, ping you. Now we get a little bit of aggression. Ooh. Well, Bartolome can't sacrifice itself. So it's better to get the Vishra Seer in play. Unfortunately, we haven't had a third land, so I'm still going to have to, you know, pitch something to cast the Endurance, but we'll get 4 Scries if they go for a Living End here, and we get to get rid of their stuff. They've been playing... They pushed their life total pretty hard last game. This time they haven't, but... You know, I'm happy to play this longer game with them. It would be unfortunate if they have access to Grief plus Violent Outburst. That's what I don't want to see. But yeah, whenever they go for Living End, we can Endurance, pitch a company, stack the Evoke trigger first, shuffle all their stuff away. Alright, well, here we go. Make them cast it first. Okay, so now let's Endurance, pitch company. I don't think they would have any kind of counter magic for this, but or interaction at all. I guess they could have no, okay. All right, evoke trigger first. Shuffle your graveyard away. Make sure that resolves, and now let's get some scries in. Sack you before you evoke trigger. Very nice. We can't cast Sanctifier. I just really want to land, to be perfectly honest. Okay, we'll just top that. Now we'll just sack these creatures to get them back with the living end. And things are looking pretty good. Get some nice power in play. I do wish Bartolome said, you know, just sacrifice a creature. Top. Healed through the turn. Gonna put some nice power in play. We get in for 6 next turn, plus the ping, put him to 9. And we're still insulated from a Wrath because of Viscera Seer. I'll probably play Bartolome in case they have some kind of, you know, well, I guess I can always sack in response. Oh, they have their own endurance. Ouch. Dang. Okay. Well, you know, best laid plans and all, I guess. So never mind. They get the endurance. Okay. I guess they probably shuffle their living end back in. Would be my guess. So I think here I just play Delny. I guess if I play Sam first, then Delny will trigger Sam on the following turn. But if I hit a 4th land, I might want a Collected Company. I should probably preserve my life total. So let's do Sam. Okay. Well, I thought we were pretty ahead here, but, you know, they had the endurance. Oh, but they pitched endurance. Interesting. All right, we'll take 5 here, go to 14. All right, opponent. I'm definitely not blocking. Yeah, I mean, if we hit land, I'll just hold up Collected Company. Otherwise, I'm just, well, I guess casting Bartolome is probably better. Tricky, tricky, tricky. I mean, I would really rather cast Delny. I don't know. They don't have a lot in their graveyard yet, so... Okay, we can make Sam unblockable, make a couple foods, hopefully top deck a land next turn. If we can find a Cauldron Familiar, that would be good. Okay, they could have the blue card. Subtlety. Will you be subtletying my Delny? If they do, I'm definitely putting it on the bottom. Just need lands for this hand or other combo pieces. Yep, there it is. Okay, well now we're taking 8 next turn, so yeah, we're definitely in trouble. We will not be attacking. Okay. But we did manage to eke out that game 1 win, so... Take 8, go to 6. We will have to chump block next turn if I don't hit anything. Another Collected Company. Okay, well, since we got a chump, I guess I cast Bartolome. Then I can chump with Sam and at least keep the Bartolome around. They could have removal. I guess they don't have another subtlety. That would have been game over. So I'll chump endurance hopefully. Sack and take 5, go to 1. So fetch lands are out, shock lands are out. Only basics could let me cast Collected Company. Oh, I guess, oh, I don't have a second white. I can't top deck the Wrath card. Okay, let's see. What's happening? Probably I'm losing. They could even just Violent Outburst here and kill me and not cast the Living End. Alright, they got me. Okay, let's go to game 3. It is the one unfortunate part about Graveyard Hate versus Living End is if they get to resolve one, then your Graveyard Hate is kind of dead. Alright, let's just see what they got going on in here. Anything I don't know about? Seiju, Brazen Borrower. Yeah, nothing surprising. That was almost their entire library. Alright, let's see if I want to change my mind on anything. Maybe I want to bring in some of my ramp back. I think the Collected Companies were kind of stuck in my hand. This is a pretty fast matchup. Maybe I'll cut a Familiar. And honestly, maybe I'll cut a Company and bring back the 4th chord. I think it's much more likely that I get to chord for something that I really need. Alright, what do we got? Delny, Bowmasters, Company, no hate pieces. I think I'll mulligan. Alright, we got Endurance. Let's keep bottom 2nd Goose. I would love a 3rd land, so I'll lead on the shock land. We can cast Delny next turn if we want, or just hold up Endurance, although they probably won't be Endurancing on my 2nd turn, so I'll probably just get Delny in play. And if I can do that, I can probably just hold up chord for Viscera Seer. Oof, and they grief me. Dang. I mean, I guess you take the chord here. Well, no, you probably take Endurance. What'd they pitch? Living End? Okay. Interesting. This makes me wonder if they have an Endurance of themselves, you know, again. Which would be rather unfortunate. Okay. Yeah, I'll just hold up Endurance. And Sep, I'll probably fetch shock. Make a food with Goose. Here's the Ent. Or I guess I could get perfect mana and not worry about the extra food. Maybe that's better. Getting double white is pretty important. Alright, I'll just get Triumph. I don't think we need the 2nd food immediately. Okay, we could chord for 1 here. I guess they could also just have the, like, subtlety. They could also have subtlety, that's true. Okay, well, let's see. I'll just fetch now, get a basic forest. Let them cast it. I mean, if they have subtlety, they have subtlety. I'm not going to pitch my chord to cast the endurance. Well, let's see. What do I see in here? I see 1 endurance, 2 endurance, 3 endurance. No subtlety. I mean, I'll get Delny back, but that's not necessarily going to do me much. Yeah. There it is. With Pitch Waker Waves. And now Endurance is basically useless, so it's definitely going to the bottom. You know, not that I'm also not playing the free spells, but... Modern really got flipped on its head by them printing 5 free spells that completely took over the entire format. Alright, definitely bottom that. I get my Delny back. Let's yield to the turn. Oh, and they just get to... Never mind, they just get to grief my chord. Jeez. This deck is ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. And they only have 2 cards left in hand, like, but it doesn't even matter. Okay, so I need to top deck Battle of Bywater. Fingers crossed. I guess knowing the grief was coming back, I could have just pitched the, but it, you know, it's the same thing. Okay, there's a chord. I could chord for 2. Chord for 2. I don't think that gets me. I mean, it gets me Sam. Jeez. I mean, I'm taking 8 in the air. 10. 13. 16. So I'm gonna have to, like, double chump here. I mean, I'll crack. I'll get a forest. I guess I'll just... Oh, wait, I can't chord. If I chord... I guess I can chord for 1. Get Cauldron Familiar. Chump Generosent. So I go to 17. 10. Okay. So I can take 16 and just chump with... the Cauldron Familiar, and then reanimate it, go back to 3. So I probably have one more look at the Battle of Bywater. If they Violent Outburst, I can't. I'm gonna die anyway. Could it have collected company into the combo? I'm not sure there's much else we can hit. And just a land. I can't survive this attack, so GG opponent. Alrighty. Lost to Living End, 1-2. Definitely I think the sideboard could use some more work, but we did have a lot of cards against them that we could have drawn. We just, we just didn't hit them. So, close matches, I think. Alright, let's go on to the next one. 4th die roll win in a row. Alright, match 4. We got a Saga, we got Sam, we got Took. It looks okay to me. We got a Beseiju that we can buy back. I guess I'll keep. We're on the play. I think I'll wait to play Saga until turn 3, though. So, let's... I don't really want to draw another land, so let's fetch now. Get a Temple Garden. Get this Might in play. We'll probably go Overgrown Tomb, Samwise, and Saga Took. Make a couple foods. See where that takes us. This is hammer time, perhaps. Maybe taxes. Okay. I don't think they can kill me if it's hammer from this position. But next turn we might want to consider just holding up Haywire Might and Beseiju. Which is probably what I'll do. Instead of playing Took. Ooh. Interesting. I would imagine that means they have removal. Okay, they do not. They get Cauldra. If you get Cauldra, I have to hold up Haywire Might. Oh, they get Hammer. Okay, they got the Cigar's Aid. Witch's Oven. Okay, well, we got to interact this turn. I can kill Cigar's Aid now. They got 5 cards in hand, one of them hammer. Or I guess I can just let them get the hammer in play and then kill it. Okay, we're playing Saga. We're casting Witch's Oven. Either way, I'm going to give him a land with Beseiju off of whatever I hit. Although I guess they get to hammer this turn if I Beseiju the Saga. I'd rather not give them access to constructs right now. Okay. Oh, I guess if they got hammer, they could have Cauldra in hand. Okay, then in your draw step, I will probably Beseiju the Saga, and then hold Haywire for whatever other nonsense you're doing. Now I can Haywire might the Sagardizade in response, and then it won't get the ETB trigger, but if they have another hammer, maybe it doesn't make a difference. I think this is fine. Got another hammer. Oh. Jeez. Oh boy. I forget it. I think of that as a sideboard card. Jeez. Tells you how much I've played against hammer recently. Well, it might just have me dead here. Go get a land, second, if they just have second hammer. I guess this will teach me to do stuff on their turn. Well, hopefully this league shows you how fun the deck looks and not how, and you know, just don't pay attention to how bad I am at Magic. Just, you know, don't look at my opponent's side of the field. Okay, we could make a construct, we could play goose, we could play took. We gotta be able to chump block. They're gonna get another. Oh, I guess they could get. Oh, geez, they can just get Shadow Spear. We're at 6. That's 12 trample. Yikes. So even if I have 4 blockers, they're just gonna kill me. I guess then I have to sack a food, so we can go goose. So if I block 8, yeah, I have to leave both back then. Well, I'm on the back foot, and I'm probably not gonna dig my way out of this one, but we shall play the game. Dang. So really I should have Haywire Mighted the Sagardizade and then Besaged the Saga on my turn. Well, you know, this is how you learn. This is how you learn. I can survive at 1 theoretically through this attack. Okay, GG opponent. We are up against Hammer. Let's try to have the best possible game 2 we can have. Lauren... We want Haywire Might. We want the other Beseju. Do I want anything else? Grist is okay. I guess maybe more removal is a good thing. Unfortunately, most of their creatures don't have power 3 or greater unless they're equipped, and I don't want to bring in this just for that. But I think I can bring in the Grist. I think that's pretty decent. All right, let's cut a halfling. Maybe shave on the combo. Shave a Delny. Shave a Cord. Could also shave a land instead. I think I'll shave a land instead. Let's try that. I even had 2 interaction pieces. Okay, what do we got? Sam, Company, Beseju. We don't have any white mana. It's a bit slow. I'm not sure this hand really does much. And this one does less. Alright, what is my opponent? Begins with 7. That's... oh, goodness. Well... Alright, we can keep here. Let's bottom the basic. Bottom goose. keep Bowmaster's Delny 2 lands or Bowmaster's... I guess Boseju's really a spell. Alright. Jeez, well... off to a great start here. We do have a double white card. So I will get the Triome. Now I can hold up Bowmasters plus Boseju. I mean, double Bowmasters isn't terrible. It does give us chump blockers galore. But we might just have to Boseju something here, so we'll find out. Springleaf Drum. Okay. Alright, well, I'm not going to pull the trigger now then. They don't have any creatures in play. Alright, let's see if we can somehow pull out a win here. Alright, we'll just hold up Boseju again. Unfortunate draw in Collected Company. Really don't want to see that. Saga. Okay. I mean, if they go for the win here, they can't give it protection. But I can kill with Bowmasters in response. Which is what I shall do. And they tap creatures tapped, so no problem there. Stone Rain you. Alright, they went for the kill. That's good news for us. I should probably start leaving a chump blocker. Well, I don't need one this turn. Now I have to decide if I need to Boseju the Saga now so that they can't make constructs. It's either that or the Sigarda's Aid. I think I do need to cut them off from the constructs because I don't have a lot going on. I just have to hope the rest of their hand is kind of crummy. Alright, crummy hand. Let's just top deck some lands. Oof, they got the Nexus. That's unfortunate. Ooh, okay. We did want to see a land. Let's play the Seer first. Get in with our stuff. I guess they could trade their Ink Moth for, you know, something. But it has flying, so I don't have any blockers for that one. If they've got another hammer, I shall just be dead. Plain and simple. Ouch, and they got another Saga too. Whew. No. Please, no. I mean, you know, they could just be getting in for one infect, but this to me spells my immediate demise. Rest in peace. GG opponent. Alright, well, not started out pretty nicely, not doing so hot on this spin. Although that game was, I think, highly due to the very heavy mulligans I had to take. Should have just kept my opening hand, you know. But that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. All right, let's finish this up. See if we can get a 2-3 on this league. For losing most of our matches, we're really winning all the die rolls today. Okay, match 5. We got two pieces of the combo. Yeah, you know? I'll keep it. Just gotta find a chord or a familiar. I guess we don't know what we're up against yet. I think I'll play on the slow side and just play the Triumph. Oh no. Shall we get double griefed? Oh, oh no. Well, there goes my combo pieces. They pitched Stalactite Stalker. Oh, jeez. Well, you know, it was a good run, but Modern is broken. And perhaps this deck is not broken enough for Modern. I think that's kind of my analysis of it right now. Delny's really cool. And this deck has a lot of like late game potential. But the fact that the early game plays are Rhinos, double grief your hand, Yawgmoth doing Yawgmoth things. This format's kind of ridiculous right now. My like desired ban list for Modern is a very quickly growing beyond what is probably feasible to ever happen. Okay, they do play some Blood Moons. So I think here we're gonna fetch Basic Forest. Probably play Goose Oven. Okay. Oh, well, we got Basic Forest. Good, then we can hold that. I can fetch my other Basic Forest. Oop. We want to lead on the oven just in case, but doesn't really matter anymore. No instant speed removal for them. Handful of lands, no companion. This is where I'm so used to playing Yagantha decks, and I'm like, oh, this is fine. I can just buy Yagantha and cast it on turn 4. No, no Yagantha. I definitely will keep working on this deck. I think obviously it has potential because the Sam combo has potential. Oof, this is Inti. Jeez, oh my goodness. Oh. Having heart palpitations over here. Okay, well, I'm just gonna yield through the turn. Can't block, take 5, go to 14. I'm on a 2-turn clock with these pumps from Inti. Okay, Halfling doesn't really help, but I will thin my deck, play Halfling, crack a food, yield to the turn. I guess we can just like top deck Company into something ridiculous like Delny, Skyclave Apparition, but things are not looking good. I've really been trying to branch out to other food decks because I've been playing Sultai Civ for so long, but every time I play another food deck, I'm like, where's my instant win button? Where's my Unearth? Well, they hit another grief. I'm just gonna take 8 here. I guess I shouldn't yield in case I want to sack something to Witch's Oven. I can make a food and sack it next turn, so I'm not 100% dead. but this is a... we're going to have to go to game 2. Okay. Yeah, no, I literally just have to make a food. And again, I still really don't want to block, so I'm just going to do this now. They could have like a lightning bolt or something. Alright, well, we will be bringing in those Battle at Bywater Wraths. Probably bring in Grist. Wow, this is a pretty strong. I think I've seen people again. Oh, they have Bone Crusher Giant. Interesting. I guess it's probably for the ring matchup, since they're aggro. I think Grief is just the most busted thing you can do. Okay, I'm just dead. Right, you have Trample, I can't block you, I'm taking 9, and then... oh no, never mind. If I'd had a land in hand, I would be dead. But I lose Bartolome. I think I can just yield through the turn, no harm. Bolt. Alright, game 2. This is a black-red matchup. We want Sanctifier. We want the Wraths. We want the Grist. It's going to be grindy. We didn't see an Asmo. I saw a Bone Crusher Giant. I think cut a Delny, cut Innkeeper, cut Vishra Seer, cut a Ramp Piece. Cauldron Familiar is a good blocker, so I think it's okay to keep that in. Probably should cut like a Company because I'm bringing in these sorceries. I could see leaving the Delny, cutting a Company. Yeah, Company's stronger. And it's one of our best top decks once they grief you to oblivion. I just don't think there's any way Modern can even be fixed, in my opinion, anymore. Alright, what do we got? We got Goose, we got Grist. I'll keep... we got Delny plus Familiar for some nice double triggers. Hopefully they just don't double grief me again and take the 2 good cards in my hand. Would love to draw a 3rd land, so I'll lead on the Temple Garden. Oh. Leyline. That's so interesting to me that they brought in Leyline against us. I guess I don't even expect people to, but here it does kind of hurt. We have a main deck Goose and a main deck Boseiju, but that's it. This could easily be lights out if they have a double grief hand again. Drum roll, please. Oh, stop. Oh, stop. I shouldn't be joking about this. Call an ambulance for me. There's literally an ambulance going on in the background right now. Alright, take my Grist, take my Delny. I'm gonna cry. I mean, again, you know, we have outs. I'm assuming they're going to leave me with Goose Familiar. Neither of those are particularly strong. Especially with this Leyline in play. I mean, Cauldron Familiar will get better if I can get the Leyline out of play, but there goes my Grist. Bye, Grist. Bye, Delny. Battle of Bywater. Should I just kill that grief right now? I really don't want to. I really don't want to. I'm gonna live life on the edge. I would much prefer to not grief right now. So let's shock, familiar, goose. This way, if they don't, you know, Thoughtseize me, please don't Thoughtseize me, opponent. Then Battle of Bywater makes me a bunch of foods instead of just one. Maybe like Inti. Okay, I know. Interesting. Legion's End. Okay. I will take 4. That's fine. Go to 12. Pseudo 11, because I'm going to kill this Grist. Although I guess they could just have another Not Dead After All. And just get it back. Another land. Woo! Opponent is probably reading this card. I only just remembered about this card when I was building the deck and working on it today. Like, I feel like it's really good for Rhinos. Maybe I should just be playing, like, you know, multiple copies of this just for the Rhinos matchup and then cutting the Dranith Magistrates from my sideboard and playing some more. Okay. Are you serious? Alright. Alright, they got one card in hand. Cauldron Familiar, empty hand versus their stuff. What you got, opponent? I'll probably just fetch in response to whatever they do. I don't need to. Alright, get a Temple Garden. No thank you. Collected Company. No! I need another land. I'll just crack a food on their end step. 3 cards, no lands, just a bunch of spells. Okay, I mean, we could hit a land here. Woohoo. Alright, food can play a long game if you aren't doing anything. Alright, well, no such luck, but I will deploy this Delny. Get in with Cauldron Familiar. See, now if they didn't have this ley line, I could do such nice loops with this Cauldron Familiar. You got a bolt? Yep. In my second main phase, interesting. We're down 2 Delny, we got 1 left. We got Stalker, but no Descend trigger. Okay, they hit their land. Interesting. Okay, please land, please. Oh, yes. Alright, we're just gonna fetch now. Get a forest. I don't really want to get in with Familiar. They can just block and then I lose access to it. I'll just pass. I'm planning on end stepping this Collected Company. Okay, so we're not in the worst position here. I guess I could company here and potentially block this Stalker. Does that get punished by anything? I don't think so. Sam Goose. Alright, Beseju, unfortunately, is going to the bottom of my library. So here, Cauldron Familiar is pretty useless with this ley line in play. This has got Menace, so I think I just go to blocks. Block like this. Either way, they're killing the Familiar, but I get to keep Sam and Goose around. Alright, bye Cauldron Familiar. Okay, they got 2 cards in hand. Cauldron Familiar. Not a great top deck, but we'll take it. Get some more foods. I don't think they really have flash threats, so I think it's pretty safe to just get in with my creatures. Just gonna be cracking foods this game, trying to keep a clock on. Good, I've got more clock. But if I win this game, they're gonna be on, you know, on the play, and then you're susceptible to so many fast draws from them. Top deck a land, looks like. Grief me, okay. Well, can't get in with Sam anymore. Dang, this would just be the end. Now I can go like block with Familiar plus Bartolome. Sack a couple foods. Pump. Another grief, okay. Nothing to see here. And now I just want more artifacts so I can start getting into combat with this Bartolome. Sanctifier, all right. Well, now I got a wonderful blocker for these griefs. I got 6 foods, yeah, so I can just get in. How many of these do I want to sack right now? Oh my goodness. Okay. Just do that. Kill your grief. Go ahead, opponent. Alright, I think we're gonna win this game. I'm cautiously optimistic. Alright, bingo. Alright, sideboarding. Alright, what do I want to change anything? Well, I know that they have the ley lines now, although I'm not sure I really want to. I guess I could bring in a Beseju for, let's say this, maybe one of the Overgrown Tombs, honestly. Nah, got the Misty. Bring in that extra removal. I think here then maybe Familiar's pretty weak, but is there anything I would rather have? I guess I could bring in a Lauren. I think this is fine. Okay, we've got Bowmasters. I think this is honestly a pretty... it's not grief proof, but I think all of these are impactful cards. I can just fetch Triumph turn 1. They begin with 7. Okay, so they could just have, you know, grief 3rd time. Wait, did they have it last game? No, I don't think they did. Okay. Oh, but we get a 1-drop. Okay. Well, in case I draw another land that I want to play, I definitely want a Bowmasters next turn, or I want to have that as a potential. So let's lead on the Halfling. This is probably going to get pushed or bolted, but... Ooh, no push, no bolt! Maybe like a Dothy Voidwalker or something. If they Dothy, I'll probably get Delny in play. Okay, it's an Inti. Inti. If I get... Well, no, then next turn Inti will be a 3/3. I mean, I could potentially hold up Bowmasters instead of casting Delny, and then if they get in with Inti, I can Bowmasters ping and then block with the token plus Delighted Halfling, but... honestly, here I'm going to fetch basic planes. I think I would rather go for the high upside play, which is Delny into double Bowmasters potentially, if they don't find removal for the Delny, and if not, I can Collected Company next turn if they don't get to Thoughtseize me. Okay, I think we got some strong plays, not necessarily, you know, a head-to-head, but it's a pretty decent hand. I love the scroll versions of the Lord of the Rings cards. The purple featuring on the Orcish Bowmasters is so sweet. All right, let's see what you got. Pitch a land. Bone Crusher Giant. Dang it. All right, well, they're going to get removal for the Delny. But I'm going to force them to use it. All right, stomp the Delny. Please don't Thoughtseize me. Sweet. Ooh, Saga. Do I want to play Saga? Am I definitely companying? I could be convinced to double Bowmasters, but I think this makes more sense to Saga, and then it gives me a lot of powerful options next turn. Plus, we got the Collected Company. Can hit some nice stuff on their end step. I'll probably just let them get in with the Inti. I don't think we're going to hit something that is going to trade favorably with it, and I'd rather conceal that information. Voidwalker. Okay. Now the nice thing here is if we can hit a Delny off of this Collected Company, next turn we can just double ping all their stuff, which is pretty sweet. All right, pitch Legion's End. This is a 4/4 now. All right, they got Not Dead after all. So again, like now I'm definitely not getting into combat because it doesn't matter. They would just reanimate their Inti with this. Go to 9. All right. Collected Company. Spin the wheels. Ooh, Sanctifier plus Bowmasters seems pretty good. Any order. Let's just ping you, I guess. Pretty sweet. Now, now I can Bowmasters plus make a construct. So let's leave the Sanctifier back to block. Yeah, I think I'll just pass the turn. Even if they pump the Inti to a 5/5, get into combat, I can Bowmaster's ping it for 1 damage, and then I have a 2/2 Orc Army and the 2/2 Sanctifier. 4 damage. Trade the Orc Army token for the Inti, I think is quite a nice trade. So I'm not sure what they're going to be doing. Maybe they'll get in with the Voidwalker. I guess I should be keeping track of what they have access to. Oh, I forgot about Voidwalker giving them access to Collected Company. There's a possibility I should have just double Bowmastered on my turn before they untapped. Although I'm not sure, I guess they can't hit Grief or anything, so Collected Company doesn't necessarily get them any nice points, but I could also see getting in with Voidwalker only. Interesting. Okay. Got 3 cards in hand. Pitch something, I would assume. Pitch a Not Dead After All, that makes sense. Get a Street Wraith. Alright, that's a good sign. Blank for them. Fear. What does fear mean? I have to look up fear. I wish it really just told you. Only be blocked by black or artifact creatures. Okay. Well, this is 8 damage. Jeez. Oh, by black or artifact creatures. Okay. I mean, I can block with 1, 2, 3, 4. I could give up my Bowmasters. And I think I kind of have to here. We'll try for it at least. Oh, that's right. No, I can ping block with all but 1 Bowmasters. I guess at this point maybe the construct is better. Okay, let's try that. Hopefully they don't have a removal. Phew. Okay, we can get Witch's Oven. Interesting why Bowmasters wasn't... Oh, they got another Inti. Okay. That's a little bit scary. Got 1 card in hand. Okay, I can make a construct, and then I can hold up Bowmasters. I think we definitely want the construct. Get the Witch's Oven. We may need to crack a food. So they can give somebody fear again, so I just need to hold back my constructs. We're going to get hit by this Voidwalker for 4, I suppose. If they go to draw a card, I can Bowmasters kill it. Okay. I don't know if they play much card draw apart from like cycling street wraiths. They got the Bone Crusher. I do need to find something. Although these constructs, well, I can't grow them super quickly. Okay, fetching puts me to 4. Cracking food will put me to 7 then. So I'll be at 3 and then I'm dead to bolt. So I don't know if I even want to fetch. I guess I might have wanted to play the tomb tapped. But opponent's thinking. Yeah, this is a pretty strange battlefield, to be quite honest, right now. We got some weird protection going on. We got some weird unblockability on multiple different creatures. I think they can't get in with the Inti. So first I want to see what they pitch and what they get off the exile. Pitch a Thoughtseize. Get us a Kenzin. Okay. They got 1 card in hand. I think I want to play around Bolt. So let's go green, colorless, sack, Delighted Halfling, crack a food. Go to 8, take 4, go to 4. I'll see if they play their last card and then I won't have to worry about Lightning Bolt. Dang, okay. Alright, they get my Witch's Oven. That's rather unfortunate. And they get to cast Bone Crusher Giant. Well, I'm dead anyway to the Dothy. So let's fetch. Just get Temple Garden tapped. Alright, gotta top deck something. Second Bowmasters. I don't think that does it. I don't have any way to gain life. If I get in for 6, put them to 9. No. Dang. Alright, well, I would say it was a good run, but we lost 4 of our matches. So, GG opponent. Dothy Voidwalker has too much rules text. Alright, well, that was disappointing. I think if the archetype could have legs, it needs a lot more work. Maybe there's just more powerful things that can go in this archetype than Delny. I think it's at least worth a slot, because it's basically a... maybe Bowmasters just doesn't belong in this list. I'm not really sure. I guess it's a combo list, not really a mid-range one. So I think I'll keep messing around with it. But yeah, I mean, thanks for watching if you watched. I know it was a lot of losses, but I'll see you in the next video.